The corridor is dimly lit, with broken tiles and plants growing through the cracks. A light flickers from the ceiling above. He hesitates, unsure of what lies ahead. As he walks, the stale air hints at something unpleasant. The smell intensifies, confirming his suspicions. A colossal, snarling beast with glowing eyes charges forward, its mouth open wide in a roar. The intensity of the creature's presence causes a man to flinch in surprise. The beast's powerful appearance is accentuated by its rhythmic, thunderous steps as it approaches, ready to attack. Chomp! A massive creature lunges, causing chaos as a man tries to evade the attack. Skirt! He narrowly escapes as the beast charges forward, revealing its fierce, wolf-like form. Steel-Fanged Lycan. The man, alarmed and on edge, worries about his odds, noting his struggle against lesser foes like goblins. Do I stand a chance against this? A tense moment as a man, sweating and determined, faces off with a menacing creature. His brow furrows with focus, his gaze intense. The beast, with gleaming red eyes and imposing steel fangs, growls menacingly, preparing for confrontation. The air is thick with anticipation. The protagonist is frozen in fear, his legs refusing to move. Internal thoughts reveal he's paralyzed by a past experience. A mysterious figure from his memories lingers in his mind. Suddenly, a threatening beast emerges, prompting frustration and urgency as he attempts to react. The confrontation escalates swiftly. No healers present, a character dodges an attack, narrowly escaping a beast's bite. With agility, he flips away, avoiding the snapping jaws. He lands on his back, momentarily confused, and quickly regains his footing, ready to continue the battle. My body feels so light as I propel into the air and land a powerful blow on the ferocious beast below. The impact is intense, sending shockwaves around us. With the beast snarling fiercely, I smirk defiantly, thinking about how I've been to hell and back again. A snarling beast lunges forward, and a determined figure defiantly refuses to give in to fear, declaring, "I'm not going out like that!" A powerful punch smashes through the enclosure, causing a loud crash. Shocked, he exclaims, "What?" while his hand glows with energy. The beast swipes again as the protagonist is knocked back, pondering, the strength stat? And unleashing a burst of power in response. Steel-Fanged Lycan approaches, massive and threatening. But it's stronger than me. A desperate struggle begins as the protagonist gathers his courage, letting out a fierce hurrah! He lunges forward, delivering a powerful blow with a wham and a whap, battling fiercely against the overwhelming strength of the beast. The protagonist struggles as regular attacks fail to deal significant damage against the beast. Realizing the disparity in strength, he acknowledges that even the low-rank magic beast is stronger than he is. Damn it! He faces a formidable beast with menacing steel fangs. Now what? The creature is too strong, and he dashes away to evade its attack. Chomp! The beast lunges, narrowly missing him as he tries to maneuver out of reach. He feels overwhelmed, thinking he can't defeat the monster. Without a party, healer, or weapon, he questions how to win. Wishing for a weapon, he resolves that all he has is his body. A sudden realization strikes him, prompting a decisive moment. Sung Jin-Woo desperately accesses his inventory, causing a bright blue energy to surge. As the scene intensifies, the power from his inventory pulses outward, ready for the next move. Sung Jin-Woo grips his glowing weapon, unsure of its origin but ready for battle. The Steel-Fanged Lycan lunges with a menacing slash, its razor-sharp jaws poised to strike. Sung Jin-Woo dodges an attack, quickly repositioning himself. The Steel-Fanged Lycan lunges, but Jin-Woo strikes back with precision. His sword slices through, causing debris to scatter. The intense confrontation unfolds as both combatants push their limits. The protagonist discovers a sword left by Mr. Kim in the dungeon, recognized as Songshik Kim's steel sword with attack power plus 10. Notifications confirm the defeat of a Steel-Fanged Lycan and a level up. He recalls Mr. Kim paying 3 million won for the sword, acknowledging it's beyond his means, but decides to use it for now. Seeing convenience in his newfound inventory, he wonders what else it can store. Steel-Fanged Lycan approaches with threatening claws. Jin-Woo asserts his confidence, stating as long as he has a weapon, he isn't afraid. With determination in his eyes, he grips the glowing sword, ready to confront the beasts. Jin-Woo struggles as his weapon gets stuck, tension rising as he commands, "Come out!" Behind him, two monstrous jaws gape open, ready to strike. His determination shows in his clenched teeth and intense expression. Jin-Woo lets out a fierce battle cry as he clashes with the Steel-Fanged Lycan. The sword strikes with a loud clank, but the beast snaps its steel jaws, nearly catching the blade. Jin-Woo acknowledges the creature's name, recognizing its formidable jaws as it continues to chomp aggressively. Finally got myself a sword. A powerful blow lands with a wud. Don't want to break it. A ferocious attack approaches. He deftly maneuvers, avoiding the swoosh of the incoming strike. A beast is struck with a powerful blow. Sung Jin-Woo, with his sword bloodied, declares the beast weak compared to others he has faced. He remembers the formidable opponents from before, noting the significant difference in strength. The scene highlights Jin-Woo's growth and confidence as he stands over the defeated creature. Jin-Woo faces a menacing beast, its glowing eyes piercing through the mist. His stats reflect his level 2 status, showing modest strength and agility. Equipped with willpower and dash skills, he recognizes the need for more power. Noticing Song-Shik Kim's steel sword with an attack power of +10, his resolve strengthens as he prepares to confront the lurking threat. Jin-Woo realizes that leveling up adds 1 point to each stat. Completing daily quests yields 3 points, while leveling provides 5 points distributed across stats. Understanding the importance of stats, he decides that hunting is the best way to level up. Comparing his current stats, he ponders the significance of each point, noting that strength is the easiest to gauge. Observing his stats, even a small increase is noticeably impactful. He wonders if power scales exponentially with rising stats, reflecting on the potential growth and strength he can achieve through progression. Sung Jin-Woo stands over 2 defeated magic beasts, pondering if he's getting ahead of himself. He notices the absence of essence stones, which magic beasts in dungeons usually drop. He wonders about the difference in species and contemplates the odd, game-like system that created these instant dungeons and beasts. Instead of stones, he receives a Lycan Fang, an item categorized as miscellaneous, leading him to question the nature of his rewards. There's a shop available, but a notification states that nothing can be purchased at the current level. The option to buy or sell is presented, and a prompt appears asking to sell the item, Lycan Fang. The decision is made to sell, resulting in a reward of 20 gold. Confusion arises about the value of gold, questioning its worth since it's not real money. This dungeon is assumed to be about E rank and not worth much. Faced with the dilemma of not being able to leave without defeating the boss, there's uncertainty on the next steps. The option to use a teleportation stone is considered, but finding one isn't guaranteed. Food becomes a concern if it takes too long. Despite the boss being E rank, defeating it alone seems challenging. There's contemplation on whether leveling up further is possible, but fear of dying first creeps in. Jin-Woo cautiously moves through a dimly lit corridor. A sense of danger fills the air as multiple glowing-eyed beasts appear. Their growls echo ominously in the confined space, indicating a lurking threat. The tension heightens as Jin-Woo realizes the magnitude of the impending confrontation. Sung Jin-Woo's eyes are focused and intense. He grips a sword, asserting there's nothing to fear. A determined expression crosses his face as he recalls having already died once. His confidence is palpable as the sword emits a sharp shing sound. Jin-Woo faces a pack of ferocious steel-fanged beasts. He swiftly dodges and counterattacks with his sword, executing precise slashes. The beasts close in with jaws wide open, but Jin-Woo's relentless assault keeps them at bay. Skillful movements and strategic strikes mark his determined battle against overwhelming numbers. Jin-Woo grips his sword, eyes filled with determination as a beast lunges towards him with menacing fangs. Swiftly, he delivers a powerful slash, slicing through the creature. Blood splatters, and Jin-Woo's stance remains resolute. He spins around, avoiding another attack with agility and precision, maintaining his focus in the intense battle. "I'm hard to kill," says Jin-Woo, determined and facing a pack of snarling beasts. His grip tightens on the sword as he prepares to fight with all he's got. His intense gaze warns the enemies not to die too easily, or else he'll feel bad. Jin-Woo delivers powerful slashes against the attacking beasts, notifications appearing as he levels up. Blood splatters as he fiercely cuts through the creatures, determination in his stance. He vows to give his all until his last breath, demonstrating unwavering resolve amidst the chaotic battle. "One thing's for sure. I'll die if I give up now." Jin-Woo charges forward, attacking a beast with determination. A notification appears. You have leveled up. He slices through his enemy with precision. Another notification confirms his progress. Jin-Woo remembers his motivation. I have people to protect. Bloodstained ground with menacing beasts growling, their teeth bared in anticipation. Jin-Woo, determined and resolute, asserts, I have too much to lose. His steady walk reflects resolve as he declares he won't succumb to fear. Clenching his fist with determination, he vows to grow stronger. Notification: You have leveled up! A blood-stained scene under dim lighting sets a tense atmosphere. Huffing for breath, feet step cautiously across the crimson-streaked ground. Jin-Woo stands in a dimly lit corridor. His face is tense, blood trickling down. In the darkness, countless red eyes appear, revealing a pack of Steel-Fanged Lycans, their teeth gleaming menacingly in the shadows. Countless red eyes illuminate the darkness, revealing a horde of Steel-Fanged Lycans. They roar menacingly, preparing to attack. Jin-Woo stands resolute, bloodied but undeterred, gripping his weapon with determination. Notification screen: You have acquired title. Jin-Woo gains a new title for defeating beasts. With blood-stained clothing, he stands amidst eerie surroundings. Countless red eyes glow in the darkness, belonging to a pack of Steel-Fanged Lycans, each growling menacingly, ready to attack. Jin-Woo's face is tense with a mix of exhaustion and determination, blood trickling down as he evaluates the situation. Despite the odds, he remains unswayed, gripping his weapon tightly, ready to face the next challenge. Blade is ruined, highlighting the wear and tear weapons endure. Even expensive ones last only so many dungeons. Reflecting on past experiences, costly investments like a $500,000 dagger prove fragile, as its destruction occurs in a critical boss round. Jin-Woo recalls stopping weapon purchases, finding them not worthwhile after gaining only 3 E-rank essence stones. Gratefully, he acknowledges the help he received. Observing the aftermath of slain beasts, he admits managing the feat somehow. A new title, Wolf Assassin, appears, boosting his abilities against animal-type monsters by 40%. Jin-Woo checks his inventory: 34 wolf fangs, 2 dull daggers, a traveler's cloak, and a teleportation stone. He reflects on getting the stones sooner than expected. Contemplating whether to go back, he questions the impact of using the stone on the dungeon. Wondering if it will disappear, he considers the potential for leveling up in the same way again. Jin-Woo stands in a corridor, contemplating his situation. He feels like he's being manipulated, like a puppet on a string. He debates whether to move forward or back, considering his limited options. Holding a stone, he decides to access his inventory, activating a teleportation feature with determination. He walks away, ready to face what's next. Slash after slash, Jin-Woo's intense battle with beasts unfolds. A notification pops up, confirming he has leveled up. Each engagement with magic beasts becomes progressively easier. With determination, he defeats a razor-clawed Brigga and multiple Black Shadow Raisons. His skills improve, resulting in another level up, showcasing his relentless progress through sheer will and strategy. It definitely feels like I'm stronger. Monsters keep respawning, unlike regular dungeons. It's as if they're not alive, like a video game. If I can learn the patterns, I can predict their move. Monkey falls from above, cats left and right. Jin-Woo delivers a powerful attack, cutting through a leaping beast with finesse. As another creature lunges, he expertly dodges and counters with a swift slash, neutralizing the threat. The intensity of his movements creates a whirlwind effect, leaving defeated enemies in his wake. Jin-Woo's skillful maneuvers showcase his growth and determination. Jin-Woo faces a Steel-Fanged Lycan, eyes glowing fiercely. With precision, he swiftly avoids the creature's sharp claws. The intense scene unfolds as he delivers a deadly slash, neutralizing the threat with his glowing blade, demonstrating his prowess and determination in battle. Huffing heavily, Jin-Woo faces a Steel-Fanged Lycan. He assesses the situation, noting the font color differences that indicate the beast's strength relative to his own. His expression reveals a mix of determination and calculation as he prepares for the battle ahead. White means relatively weak, orange is slightly stronger or around Jin-Woo's level, and red means much stronger. A Steel-Fanged Lycan is shown in red initially. Jin-Woo observes it's now white, indicating his growth in strength. Despite his progress, he reflects on the powerful entity below, uncertain of his ability to defeat it. Thanks to an increased perception stat, Jin-Woo feels a powerful creature below. He gets chills, knowing it's down there for sure. Checking his status, he is at level 15 with no available points, realizing he can't level up any higher here. His sword is bloodied and close to breaking. Contemplating his next move, he stands at the staircase, considering his strength and the adversary below. Jin-Woo cautiously descends a misty staircase, his steps echoing in the eerie silence. Mysterious shadows surround him as he continues downward, creating an atmosphere of suspense. A figure emerges from the mist with incredible speed. Jin-Woo's eyes widen in shock as he acknowledges the swiftness of his opponent. He braces himself, gritting his teeth with determination. The intense clash is palpable, with fierce energy and sparks flying from the contact of powerful forces. Wham! A figure is thrown back violently. Jin-Woo coughs as he regains his footing, appearing shocked by the situation. His eyes widen in disbelief as he notices the sword broken and falling in pieces. "The sword?" he exclaims, realizing the dire state of his weapon. Panting heavily, Jin-Woo kneels, sword in hand, reflecting on his progress. Despite leveling up, he realizes his opponent remains formidable. Confronting the king of the swamp, blue Venom-Fanged Kasaka, he notes the creature's strength indicated by its orange status. The tension builds as he prepares for the challenge ahead. Jin-Woo faces the menacing blue Venom-Fanged Kasaka as it hisses aggressively. Breathing heavily, Jin-Woo questions whether it is the master of the area, determined to overcome the challenge. Jin-Woo spins his sword and grips it tightly, acknowledging that sword attacks are useless against the scales of his opponent. The surroundings are dense with vegetation, and smoke permeates the air. He realizes that attacking with his fists would be ineffective. The formidable opponent is revealed as the king of the swamp, blue Venom-Fanged Kasaka, with its menacing presence. Jin-Woo encounters the king of the swamp, blue Venom-Fanged Kasaka, a massive creature with glowing eyes and sharp fangs. The snake-like beast hisses menacingly, towering over him. Undeterred, Jin-Woo stands firm, gripping his weapon, ready to face the formidable opponent. Jin-Woo struggles to pierce the thick scales of his opponent, needing a powerful, high-speed attack. He faces the challenge of neutralizing the creature's defense as it looms menacingly. His determination is evident as he plans his next move against the formidable adversary. Jin-Woo faces a towering serpent-like creature, its massive body thrashing violently around him. The beast lunges with incredible speed, forcing Jin-Woo to react quickly, dodging in the nick of time. Determined, he grips his sword tightly, sparks flying as he delivers a powerful strike. The clash of energy is intense, showcasing the ferocity of the battle. Jin-Woo realizes the danger as he acknowledges that one direct hit could be fatal. The serpent creature lunges with rapid, forceful strikes, each movement causing intense tremors as it slams into the ground. Jin-Woo carefully maneuvers to avoid its attacks, understanding the urgency and peril of the fight. Jin-Woo dodges swiftly as he is hurled through the air. He lands with a thud, his expression a mix of pain and determination. A powerful force barrels toward him, causing shockwaves as it crashes multiple times. Jin-Woo regains his stance amid the chaos, ready for the next move. Jin-Woo reflects on his struggle, coughing as he realizes he's not yet strong enough. Facing a menacing creature with razor-sharp fangs, he grips his weapon tightly, caught in a moment of desperation and determination. Questioning himself, he wonders how much more strength he needs to escape his past. Bruised and resolved, his hand clutches the ground, contemplating his need to grow stronger. Sung Jin-Woo hears himself referred to as the weakest hunter of all mankind, and is surprised, admitting he didn't know. The other person, with a dismissive attitude, suggests it's just childish behavior, but advises Jin-Woo to try harder. Jin-Woo absorbs the advice with understanding. Jin-Woo clashes with a powerful force, his sword making contact with a resounding clang. He's thrown back, exclaiming in pain as he struggles against the impact. Kneeling on the ground, he breathes heavily, acknowledging the perception of his weakness. "I'm not proud of it." Jin-Woo charges forward, his weapon clashing violently. "I hate how worthless I am." He grips his sword, the word power resonating in his mind. Great power brings them to their knees. Around him, people bow down, forced to submit before a towering statue. Jin-Woo walks with his companions, greeting them warmly as they set out together. A sudden realization hits during a perilous moment, causing him to shout for everyone to duck. Reflecting on past struggles, he vows to stop being a hypocrite. Despite meticulous planning, he acknowledges the futility against sheer power and finds himself defeated yet resolved to rise again. Recalling how others have underestimated him due to his perceived helplessness, he listens to a companion admitting low expectations. Yet Jin-Woo's knowledge shines through, solving puzzles and saving lives. But receiving gratitude seems insignificant compared to the quest for true strength and validation. We've been able to survive. Thank you. A tearful plea for life, a man confesses his fear of death, expressing a desire to live for his family. Confronted by power, a sinister grin looms over the scene, taunting their vulnerability. A hesitant step forward, accompanied by a simple, remorseful, "Sorry." "People will stab you in the back. I must be stronger." "Shh, I've come here to gain more power." Gah! A powerful strike sends Jin-Woo crashing through the air, colliding with debris. The creature's tail connects with a loud smack. Jin-Woo lies on the ground, struggling as smoke and dust swirl around. His hand trembles uncontrollably as he gasps for breath. In the haze, he begins to acknowledge his own vulnerability. Jin-Woo's determination intensifies as he resolves to get stronger, his body charged with energy and a fierce resolve evident in his eyes. A massive creature hisses menacingly with sharp fangs. Jin-Woo leaps into action, evading its attack. He declares, "Not yet," as he prepares to strike, gripping his weapon with determination. He compares the current threat to a more formidable enemy, recalling a sinister figure with a chilling grin. Jin-Woo faces a massive serpent with fierce determination. Despite the beast's intimidating appearance, he declares it doesn't scare him. Leaping into action, Jin-Woo wields his weapon, ready to confront the threat head-on. The serpent lunges, creating a dramatic clash. Jin-Woo unleashes a fierce attack on the giant serpent, causing sparks to fly as his weapon strikes its tough scales. The serpent retaliates with a swift, aggressive strike, prompting Jin-Woo to narrowly evade its sharp fangs. With a quick maneuver, he manages to dodge the creature's massive jaws, maintaining his focus and agility in the heat of battle. The tension builds as the serpent's glowing eyes reflect its menacing intent and the ongoing struggle for survival. Jin-Woo applies all his ability points to his strength stat, determined to use his newfound power. As he braces himself with a sharp squeeze, he faces the massive serpent. The creature lunges and slams him hard against the wall. The impact is intense, leaving Jin-Woo momentarily stunned as the serpent's powerful tail thrashes and its fangs bared in a fierce screech. Jin-Woo grips the ground forcefully, shouting "Die!" as he exerts his strength against a massive adversary. The creature screeches in defiance, its mouth open wide in a fierce display. Meanwhile, a scene shifts to a building with a pharmacy sign, where someone is asking if Mr. Sung has returned yet. He stepped out this morning, but hasn't returned and it's already dark. He's making a great recovery and will be discharged soon, but he needs to rest. High-rank hunters are millionaires, but low-rank ones don't earn much. Curious about their motives, a conversation reveals concerns about the danger involved. There are wounds unlike any seen before, raising questions about the dungeons and the intense bloodshed. I'm amazed they survived these injuries. Isn't it a miracle anyone comes out of a dungeon alive? True, even the weakest hunter is stronger than any of us. Ha! Notification! You have leveled up! You have leveled up! You have leveled up! Jin-Woo laughs in relief after a tense battle. He examines newly acquired items, Kasaka's Venom Fang and Venom Gland, noting their powerful effects and drawbacks. Despite the challenges, he feels a sense of progress, believing he's become a bit stronger. The cracked ground beneath hints at the intensity of the recent fight as he continues to laugh with a mix of exhaustion and triumph. Jin-Woo sits atop a defeated serpent, his clothes tattered, surrounded by debris and smoke. Despite the exhaustion visible on his face, he smiles and asks himself if he has gotten stronger, indicating a pivotal moment of self-reflection and growth. You have defeated King of the Swamp, Blue Venom-Fanged Kasaka. Dark mist rises as the battle aftermath settles. Jin-Woo receives a congratulatory screen notification, confirming the monster's defeat. A moment of triumph amidst a desolate landscape, marking a significant victory. My level went up, and I got something better than Mr. Kim's sword made from a fang, not a bone. It has more than double the attack power of the sword, plus paralysis and drain. Not sure about this, so I'll just put it away for now. A notification appears, announcing that the dungeon will revert to its original state after the boss's defeat. Jin-Woo looks up as the surroundings change. The surroundings dissolve and shatter with a whooshing sound. Jin-Woo stands in the hallway, surrounded by the dissipating fragments, and reflects, "I guess it's over." The scene transitions to Hapjeong Station at night. Jin-Woo ascends the steps with a determined stride, his figure silhouetted against the dimly lit staircase. No one is around, and it's late. A soldier is surprised by the presence of someone, questioning him. "Where did you come from? Didn't you hear the news?" He asks, "Who's there?" as Jin-Woo approaches. The soldier, bewildered, asks, "Did something happen?" Jin-Woo responds casually, inquiring further. The soldier hesitantly asks if Jin-Woo is a hunter, while Jin-Woo reveals a glimpse of his weapon. Jin-Woo confirms that he is a hunter, slightly unsure as he speaks to a soldier. The soldier apologizes and courteously asks Jin-Woo to follow him, referring to him as Mr. Hunter. As they proceed, Jin-Woo wonders aloud about the situation. They walk past a crushed car and a fearsome creature lurking nearby, heightening the air of mystery and danger. A gate opens nearby, raising concern about magic beasts escaping. Most have been dealt with, but one big one remains. Jin-Woo, with his enhanced perception, senses its presence. He identifies it as the boss. Thunder and lightning split the sky, casting dramatic shadows as a massive form lands with a thud, signifying the imminent danger. Massive blue creature roars, emanating powerful energy and creating a shockwave as people stand ready to fight. Security personnel urge onlookers to stop taking pictures and evacuate immediately for their safety. Hunters battle a giant creature, creating loud impacts and disturbances as they're asked about their progress. A leader calls for healers and a focus on the tank, while the fight's intensity grows, with magical shields glowing. Observers express impatience and concern about the damage worsening. Authorities urge evacuation as the public worries about the repercussions. Despite the chaos, the hunters assure they're doing their best. A fierce battle unfolds against a towering creature as hunters struggle to make an impact. Frustration grows as the defense is too high and lack of mages hinders progress. Onlookers question the effectiveness and experience of the team, noting their lack of synchronization. The team consists of 8 E rank and 1 D rank, with the D rank serving as a tank, unable to deliver the fatal blow. Healers are urgently called upon, with 2 D rank and a B rank standing by. Confusion arises as one asks, "Huh?" while another yells, "Hey, what are you doing? We need healing." A girl turns to a healer, reminding, "You said you were a B rank healer." Staring silently, the healer flinches at the demand, hesitantly responding, "All right," amid the chaos. Huffing and worried, a girl asks what's wrong with someone as she observes a red-haired individual channeling energy with focus. A looming shadowy figure appears, emitting an intimidating "R" sound, while a sinister grin stretches across another's face. The red-haired man starts to tremble, feeling the palpable tension and pressure from the menacing presence. A group of hunters stands united against a formidable creature, energies glowing as they prepare to fight. Behind a protective barrier, a tense atmosphere is evident, and a sense of determination fills the air as one hunter contemplates their fate if they surrender. Jin-Woo, with a reflective gaze, acknowledges the passage of a week, yet notes unresolved emotions, mentioning, "She's still not over it." Another hunter empathizes, admitting they are also not yet over the past events, grasping the hilt of a weapon thoughtfully. Jin-Woo stands confidently, determined to overcome his challenges. He grabs his arm, resolute, saying, "No, I'm gonna get over it." Energy radiates around him. His resolve propels him forward, as his foot hits the ground with speed and power. Jin-Woo assesses a D-rank boss, noting it's a level below his previous challenge. Determined to neutralize its defenses, he strategizes with confidence. Jin-Woo charges forward, weapon ready, intent on delivering a decisive blow. His focus is on crushing this opponent with a powerful strike. Strength and determination surge as a hunter prepares for action. Urgency fills the air amidst cries of desperation. "We're all gonna die if this keeps up." Healers work frantically to sustain the fighters, hoping for a high-rank hunter to arrive. Charging forward with speed and force, the hunter confronts the formidable enemy with determination. No, the tank faces imminent danger, strained defenses unable to hold much longer. Questions arise as a character notices something alarming. magic power depleting rapidly. Meanwhile, a powerful burst of energy smashes through obstacles with a resounding impact. Jin-Woo charges towards the colossal monster, striking it with intense power. Lightning-like energy cracks around, creating a vivid display of sparks and sound. As the creature begins to falter, shouts of triumph echo. Yes, it's working! The relentless attack continues, with determination surging through the air. The mighty foe shows signs of defeat, as onlookers exclaim, "It's going down!" Powerful attacks land on a formidable creature, lightning crackling through the air. A sense of urgency as a voice urges, "Just a little more! We got this! Hurry! Attack now!" echoes amidst the chaos. The creature is bombarded with relentless force, its defenses gradually crumbling. Cheers erupt, "We did it, and woohoo, we got him!" As the creature is finally subdued, the team celebrating their hard-won victory. Our attacks weren't working, then suddenly we defeated it. What flew by here? Our attacks barely scratched it. Is that what made the golem fall? What shattered this chunk of rock? This boss-level golem withstood the attacks of over 10 hunters, but somebody took it out by throwing this piece of junk? Who could it have been? Excuse me, yes? You mean me? Did you happen to see who threw this? Oh, that was... Huh? There was another hunter here a second ago. The power, the destructive force, was a high-rank hunter here? I didn't think it would fall with just one strike. Maybe its stamina was already pretty low. A massive ice-covered creature lies defeated, seemingly after a fierce battle. A young woman stands under the rain, expressing surprise and disbelief as she quietly utters, "Jin-Woo?" Her expression reveals a mix of emotions as she processes what has happened. The scene leaves a sense of mystery and contemplation in the air. Jin-Woo Sung's status screen is shown, revealing he is at level 18 with the title Wolf Assassin. His job is listed as none, and his fatigue level is at 72. His HP is 2220, and MP is 350. The stats indicate strength at 48, with agility, perception, stamina, intellect all at 27. No available points are shown. The scene opens with a view of a hospital building. Inside a room, someone is sitting quietly, seemingly lost in thought. Suddenly, they collapse onto the bed, their muscular form tense with exertion. At that moment, a nurse enters the room, surprised by what she sees, and says, "Excuse me." Oops. A young woman accidentally walks in on a shirtless man doing push-ups, quickly apologizing for the intrusion. She becomes flustered and looks away, while he assures her it's not her fault. Observing his toned physique, she is surprised and wonders if he was always this fit. The man continues to towel off, leaving her in awe. A girl in a school uniform ties her shoes, getting ready for school. Her brother asks if she's going out, surprised to see her up so early. She replies incredulously, noticing he's already awake. He mentions he's been up for a while and advises her to watch out for traffic. Noticing his physique, she asks if he's been working out, to which he modestly replies, "A bit. You're taller. Does exercise boost your height too? Men still grow in their 20s? Don't be stupid. Take this umbrella. It's heavy. Is it even supposed to rain? It's not heavy. Don't be a baby. Humph." Quest status shows push-ups, sit-ups, and squats completed, with running pending. Jin-Woo notices his physique has changed, attributing it to his improved stats. He observes his muscles adapting as his strength increases. His status screen reveals a high strength level, and he wonders if he's focused too much on strength. Considering investing in strength, Jin-Woo humorously imagines himself overflowing with power. He acknowledges the importance of balance, realizing strength without the ability to hit a target is useless. He contemplates aligning strength with agility, and notes the unexpected utility of perception. Assessing stamina and intellect, he questions the relevance of intellect for magic-related stats. After allocating points, he concludes the adjustments, satisfied with his choices. Jin-Woo Sung stands up as the phone rings. He hesitates, wondering if it might be the association calling. Answering the phone, he hears, "Ah, you finally answered. Hunter Jin-Woo Sung." The caller asks why he's been hard to reach, and Jin-Woo explains he had an accident and was in the hospital. The caller acknowledges this with a tsk tsk. "Oh, I see." Then the caller shifts the conversation, reminding him about the due rent, prompting Jin-Woo's realization with, "Oh, right." Jin-Woo is on the phone discussing his rent, with the landlord offering to push back the payment if needed. He assures the landlord that he'll transfer the money later. After hanging up, he contemplates the possibility of a second awakening. Looking at his phone, he realizes that being reawakened could help him make the rent easily. Jin-Woo reflects on leveling up to become a high-rank hunter. Hunters earn by defeating magic beasts and gain experience to raise their rank. Success comes with valuable essence stones from these beasts. To defeat higher-rank magic beasts, hunters must enter higher-rank gates. However, competition is fierce among low-rank hunters, even to access D-rank or E-rank gates. Jin-Woo sits on the couch, thinking about the challenges of being an E-rank hunter and how guilds don't recruit them. He watches news about D-rank gates, contemplating if he should get reevaluated. The thought of a reawakening piques public interest, promising fame and money, but also unwanted attention. Concerned about exposing his secret as he grows stronger, Jin-Woo ponders over the eyes that might watch him if he steps into the spotlight. Jin-Woo contemplates the need to make money and considers joining a strike squad as he taps on his phone. His attention is suddenly captured, and he looks intently towards something. The scene shifts to a view of a large, industrial-looking building under the warm glow of the setting sun. Jin-Woo stands confidently, wearing a casual blue jacket against the sunset backdrop. With a determined look, he approaches a set of scaffolding. His expression conveys readiness and resolve as he prepares for what lies ahead. Chapter 5: The Lizards. A foreboding atmosphere surrounds the silhouette of a lizard against a vivid red background, setting a tense tone for the story ahead. A sign that reads, "Safety First," is displayed on a building with several people standing nearby, creating a sense of caution. A confident man with armor and a sword on his back waves and shouts, "Hey, over here!" He stands out among the group, his posture and expression exuding charisma. A young person, partially visible, watches the group from a distance, intrigued by the scene unfolding. Dong-Suk Hwang introduces himself and asks Jin-Woo Sung's name, confirming he's E-rank. Jin-Woo agrees, and someone from the group notes he's famous, chuckling at his reputation. Dong-Suk dismisses the comments and reassures Jin-Woo, saying they just need him to make quota. "Like I said on the phone, no hunting or sharing rewards since it's a C-rank gate, but I'll pay you 2,000,000 won for filling the quota." Not bad, eh? Right? Here's the contract then. 5 C-rank and 4 D-rank or lower. There are rules to attacking a C-rank gate. You need a minimum of 10 people in the party, and at least half of the hunters need to be C-rank or higher. A strike squad is formed due to a rule. Jin-Woo is just an extra, while Jin-Ho-Yu introduces himself as a D-rank, confirming they are both temps, not squad members. Jin-Woo realizes the situation, feeling exasperated by Jin-Ho's attitude. Jin-Ho-Yu showcases flashy armor, prompting someone to question why he's wearing high-end gear, speculating about his background. Jin-Woo Sung asks for instructions and is told to carry the gear and follow along. They remark on the absence of a healer, and it's explained that the pack contains essentials like lunches and weapons. Despite concerns about lacking a healer, it's mentioned that having one in a strike squad is rare, indicating their typical approach. A strike squad has only tanks and dealers, which appears pretty shoddy without a healer. The group discusses the contract and acknowledges that accidents inside the dungeon are not the party's responsibility. Despite the lack of a healer, they decide to move forward. One of the members reassures the group not to worry about the details, as they plan to handle everything in the dungeon. "We should get going." Pat on the back, asking what he's so worried about. E-rank reassurance, "I'll protect you." A knowing smirk in response. Adjusting a sturdy harness and securing his grip, the man confidently sheathes his sword with a satisfying shink. The blade gleams in the fading light, hinting at its sharpness and readiness. Nearby, a figure struggles to shift the weight of a hefty pack filled with potential gear, indicating a sense of preparation and anticipation. "All right, let's do this." A strike squad gathers, each member ready for the mission ahead. The leader, exuding confidence, rallies the team. Jin-Woo Sung stands among them, carrying gear, poised for the tasks to come. The group prepares to enter the C-rank gate, with rules and roles set, trusting in their combined abilities. An unfinished building stands silent against the setting sun, halted due to economic struggles. Dong-Suk, a confident man with a sword, notes the paused construction. His companion, dressed in armor, explains that the company president embezzled 900 billion won and fled, leaving employees and investors stranded. Jin-Woo, burdened by a heavy pack, wonders why he's being told this story. The young hunter carrying a large backpack reassures his companion he's fine thanks to his strength stat. The other, clad in armor, expresses concern but is relieved. He suggests a casual tone since the pack carrier is older, hinting at camaraderie. "Bro, are you always this quiet? You just haven't stopped talking. Did I talk over you? I don't always pick up on other people's hints. Hunting's more of a hobby. Trust fund, baby, here we are." "Oh, this huge gate? That's rare." The team discusses the unusually large size of a C-rank gate. Despite concerns, reassurance is given as previous checks confirm the gate's rank. They note that the Hunters Association bases rank on magic wavelengths, not size. Large guilds handle higher-ranking dungeons, leaving C-rank for smaller groups. Jin-Woo reflects on his first C-rank experience, feeling out of place. The leader instructs everyone to stay close, preparing to enter first. Excitement fills the air as a confident member of the party wields sparkling gear, exclaiming with enthusiasm. Onlookers discuss the challenges D and E-rank hunters face due to low earnings, often lacking quality equipment. Observing the impressive gear, one hunter wonders where it came from, while others speculate that even private squads must be financially well off. Amidst the camaraderie, a hesitant character suggests avoiding walking side by side, hinting at caution. Darkness engulfs the dungeon, creating an eerie atmosphere. Dong-suk Hwang notes the differences from previous dungeons, suggesting something unique. The leader instructs Gyuhwan to light up the space, easing the tension. As Gyuhwan illuminates the area with a bright glow, the group stands awed by the sight before them, questioning what they've encountered. Where are the beasts and why is it so dark? Usually glowstones in the dungeon walls light the way. Are there dungeons without magic beasts? Shh! The lack of glowstones suggests the magic beasts here like the dark. There are magic beasts. They just aren't here yet. Intelligent magic beasts typically struggle to live in the dark. If these creatures are smart, they must not rely on vision. The sound of skittering fills the air. Questions arise about what moves as a group, lives in the dark, and attacks when sensing light. Recognition dawns. Insect-type magic beasts reveal themselves, causing alarm and realization. They hear noises that sound close, but it's too dark to see anything. Panic ensues as they realize there are too many caves. Questions arise about bugs, leading to a fear that it might be an ant colony. Dong-suk is asked if he can see anything, but he cannot. Sudden realization hits one of the team members with an overwhelming sound surrounding them. Ants skitter down the walls surrounding the group. Cries of alarm fill the air as they realize the threat is above them. Someone yells to use magic, and another calls for shooting the ants to make them drop. Panic grows as someone warns there are too many. A command to stick together emphasizes the dire situation. Explosions light up the darkness as attacks land on the descending ants. A man yells, "Over here," while wielding a shield, drawing attention. Ferocious ants drop from the ceiling, moving toward their targets. He challenges, "Come at me, bugs," as the monstrous creatures screech and charge. Dong-suk stands firm, urging the dealers into action. Jin-Woo acknowledges the team's continuity and coordination, noting their effectiveness without a healer. Dealers quickly respond to threats from different directions. Dong-suk handles tanking duties well, and the attack timing is praised. Observing the team's chemistry, it's clear they've worked together for a while. A strategy is quickly formed as Jinha orders his squad to take positions, showcasing their efficient teamwork. A squad operates aggressively without a healer, confronting challenges head-on. Their fervent attacks crunch and thwack through obstacles, displaying coordinated effort despite the risk of lacking healing support. Fancy weapons compensate for Jinho's lack of skill and experience. A slam indicates action as he uses his shield effectively. Jin-Woo observes, noting that everyone is doing well, but something is off. An ant squirts towards him, prompting a swift, powerful kick that lands with a resounding bam, sending debris flying. This is frustrating. The ants continue to swarm. Encouragement to pace themselves as it's not over yet. Team members acknowledge and prepare. The excitement of collecting essence stones follows, dividing them fairly. Gratitude is expressed for keeping everyone safe, curiosity about sensing the ants overhead. The protagonist reflects on the usefulness of the perception stat after successfully ending a challenge. A team member is relieved but hopes there are no more hunches. A discovery prompts urgency, revealing strange wounds on creatures. These wounds aren't from swords or magic, suggesting they were pre-beaten. A theory emerges about magic beasts fighting for territory, indicating the presence of a more dominant creature. Tension rises with the speculation about a possible boss-level threat. A group of 4 is depicted, silhouettes against a colorful sky, emitting an eerie presence. Jin-Woo focuses intently, identifying Jinho and questioning the cost of his gear. Jinho explains, revealing that his father gifted him the equipment for his inaugural raid, implying both family support and expectations. Jin-Woo advises to stay alert despite not knowing why. The scene transitions to a mysterious presence, raising suspicion. Jin-Woo feels uneasy, sensing something ominous. The atmosphere is tense as they prepare for potential danger. Dungeon sizes vary, independent of their rank. This dungeon resembles a maze, making progress slow despite no battles. Understanding the layout can take days, but sometimes the boss's lair is reached in hours. Jin-Woo carries bags, fighting only when necessary. Getting paid without having to fight sounded like a good deal. However, out of the blue, I remembered the warning. Beware the lizards. I don't know why I thought of it now, but one thing's for sure. I'm never wrong when I get a bad feeling. This is all very strange. We haven't seen an unharmed magic beast in a while. All the bugs we've come across are dead or seriously wounded. Still, there must be a boss, right? If there wasn't a boss, the gate wouldn't have opened. Wait, stop, Gyuan, give me some light. A character holding a glowing light questions what's ahead. The group stands in front of a massive, ominous structure with creatures embedded within. Eyes widen in shock as one utters, "My God!" The group stands before a massive dark tunnel wrapped in jagged structures, identified as the boss's lair. A close-up of a determined man follows, commanding, "Get ready!" The group enters a cavernous lair, their expressions a mix of awe and excitement. A conversation erupts as they discover something astonishing. "Those are," one exclaims as another declares, "J-Jackpot!" Their eyes widen in disbelief, observing enormous glowing crystals. Realization hits. "Those are mana stones," someone clarifies while another speculates, "How much do you think that's worth?" Another voice chimes in, "This is sick," captivated by the scene before them. Their magic is weaker than essence stones from beasts, though they're worth over 1,000,000,000 due to quantity. Jokes about a brother missing out ensue, but another warns against mentioning the brother. A confrontation heats up, with accusations of abandoning one's country and treating others poorly after gaining rank. "You get VIP treatment while treating me like trash. Your big brother won't look small for long. Our strike squad's gonna blow up after this. So lucky. If we divide by 9, we each get over 100 million won. Bro, give me your contract. I know the law like the back of my hand." "Excuse me, sir, I have a question for you. This is Jin-Woo's contract. It doesn't mention anything other than essence stones recovered from hunting beasts. So what's going on? Shouldn't we divide the mana stones by 10, not 9? The team agrees to divide the mana stones equally, but realizes they have a more immediate issue to address. As they approach a dark tunnel, they are confronted by a giant spider lurking within, its red eyes glaring. Shocked, they prepare to face the looming threat. The group discusses the dungeon boss, noting the gate closes when it's defeated. They decide to collect mana stones before confronting the giant spider. Chuljin is asked if he brought tools, but he left them in the car, leading to frustration. Apologies are given, and the group makes plans to fetch the tools, leaving some members to stay behind. Jin-Woo questions leaving them in the boss's lair. Assurance is given that the spider won't attack unless provoked. It's in a food coma. Jinho confirms this is his first raid, while Jin-Woo is asked if it's his first C-rank dungeon. Trust and reassurance are exchanged as a group discusses the sleeping state of a creature. Despite their noise, the creature remains undisturbed. Plans are made to briefly leave and discuss strategy. The rules for C-rank gate raids require a minimum of 10 members, but Dongsuk's squad falls short with only 8 regular members. You know how hard it is to have a healer in a strike squad. This is just how we roll. Gyuan. Saying that means they've raided many C-rank gates in the past. Of course, they never saw the need to add 2 more members. Block the entrance. A mysterious dark portal captivates, drawing attention and alarm. A voice exclaims in shock, "What the?" Suddenly, a powerful explosion erupts, filling the scene with chaos and intensity as the force of the blast echoes with a deafening kaboom! A rumbling sound signals danger as bricks fall, blocking the entrance with a loud impact. Panic arises with the realization that the beasts present are lizards. A character asserts his suspicions were correct, spotlighting the lurking threat. Lizards? Some hunters are like lizards. This is a dangerous job. All sorts of accidents occur on a raid. It's not like there are surveillance cameras in here. No one can stop them. And what happens inside a dungeon seldom makes its way to the public, so it's easy to cover up a crime. The weak get left behind as the strong become obsessed with power. If they think you're useless or a burden, you'll get cut off like a lizard's tail. Beware the lizards, especially if you're weak. The entrance becomes blocked, causing panic. "Bro, what should we do?" cries one. Realization hits. Those bastards are trying to kill us over mana stones. Frustration leads to a bang on the wall. The group feels trapped with nothing else they could have done, already ensnared by the plot. If they'd tried anything, the group would have been struck down immediately. A character expresses relief that things ended quickly and offers thanks, with a hope there are no more unexpected events. Observations about sticking together arise. Gyuan-jo, a C-rank mage who controls light, effectively blocks them in. Contemplating the situation, one considers escaping, but hesitates. The group realizes the C-rank dungeon boss woke up because of the explosion. They decide to step out quickly, having memorized the way, and plan to rest before heading back in. A conversation reveals frustration about complicating matters, questioning why they shouldn't just eliminate the two already. "Idiot, if a fight wakes up the spider, how would we get those mana stones out?" The E rank they call the weakest whatever, and the D rank with 0 experience don't stand a chance against the boss. After the spider eats them and goes back to sleep, we go in and get the stones. If that doesn't work, we'll have to kill the boss. Jinwoo's gear is worth a lot. The sword and shield alone are worth a few 100 million won. If we can't collect all the mana stones, we can at least take his gear. The group deliberates on their situation with grim resolve. One checks their phone, indicating the need to learn about Jinho's father. The loud explosion they heard earlier causes concern. The boss is undoubtedly upset. Juhwan is addressed as they consider the challenge of defeating a massive dungeon boss, reflecting on their own limitations. Acknowledging the difficulty, they unanimously agree a boss is formidable. The ominous prediction is made that the two low-rank hunters face certain doom. A giant spider looms with red eyes and a menacing presence. Jinwoo positions himself protectively in front of Jinho, who tries to remain brave. Observations highlight the spider's many eyes, creepy mouth, massive body, and long legs, contributing to the growing tension and threat. A formidable giant spider appears, looming over the scene and exuding an intimidating aura. Characters stand before it, realizing the immense power it holds, acknowledging its strength as being on an entirely different level. Crystals surround them, adding to the tense and dangerous atmosphere as they prepare to face this daunting challenge. What a dumb thing to say. A mysterious statue looms in the shadows with a sinister grin. A whole other level? Jinwoo instructs Jinho to stay where he is. Energy crackles around Jinwoo's hand, hinting at his readiness for whatever comes next. The Venom-Fanged Kasaka encountered in the instant dungeon was powerful for an E-rank dungeon boss. This assumption places it at least at D rank, similar to a golem. However, the current opponent is undoubtedly much stronger than either of them. Yet there is no intimidation from the C-rank boss, as newfound strength has been gained. The giant spider roars fiercely as it charges forward. An intense confrontation begins, with sound effects emphasizing the impact. Jinwoo assesses the situation, confident and full of resolve, stating his current level as 18. He calculates that taking down a C-rank boss is indeed within reach and completely doable. His companion reacts with surprise and concern, calling out to him urgently. Jinwoo launches a flurry of attacks, slicing through with precision. As the attacks connect, he feels a sense of triumph, realizing they've worked. The monstrous opponent is visibly affected, reacting with a fierce roar. Jinwoo, contemplating his success, acknowledges the effectiveness of Kasaka's Venom Fang as a potent dagger. A massive spider approaches, its presence ominous. Jin-Woo grips his blade tightly, readying himself for battle. With determination, he charges forward, determined to prove the worth of hunters. Jin-Woo stands ready, gripping a dagger with determination. He thinks to himself, "It is time to do some legit hunting." Confidence emanates from his stance as he prepares for the challenges ahead. Jin-Woo fiercely charges forward, determination in his eyes. Jin-Ho watches in shock as he witnesses the giant spider, its red eyes glowing menacingly, making a loud impact with the ground. A character expresses shock and disbelief, exclaiming, "That's an E-rank hunter!" Meanwhile, intense battle sounds fill the scene as a powerful strike impacts, creating loud clangs and bangs. One character stands ready with a shield as a formidable opponent attacks, underscoring the tension and urgency of the moment. Jin-Woo and Jin-Ho are confronted by a menacing monster with glowing red eyes. The beast launches a rapid series of jabs, forcing Jin-Woo to react swiftly. Both characters swiftly evade its attacks, showcasing their agility. The scene intensifies as the beast continues its relentless assault, with Jin-Woo skillfully dodging and countering with precise movements. His determination is evident as he closes in for the attack, striking with precision and speed. Tough hide? Jin-Woo realizes he needs to plunge his dagger deeper for maximum damage. The giant spider with no blind spot and 8 legs is powerful enough to pulverize stone. The sound of battle intensifies with each move. A single strike from the giant creature could be fatal. It takes effort and time to get close, yet Jin-Woo swiftly moves in. The confrontation is loud and intense, as shield and monster clash. Jin-Ho is in disbelief, questioning what's happening. He acknowledges that Jin-Woo is registered as an E-rank hunter, but the moves he's witnessing seem beyond that level, leaving him astonished. A character reflects on the danger of false rankers, fearing they might be psychopaths who enjoy killing. Another character grins menacingly, suggesting confidence or malicious intent. A fierce battle unfolds as attacks are launched against a monstrous spider. Another character is visibly scared, exclaiming in fear. This character questions their motivations, reconsidering their choices as they slump in exhaustion or defeat. Father, how long have I been fighting this spider? Has it been 5 minutes? Or 10? Clang. Shh. This is no good. I'm getting tired, but I haven't really hurt the spider yet. Fatigue increases, speed decreases, and time is running out. There's only one way to win, using the dagger's debuffs. Debuff: paralysis to immobilize the opponent. Debuff: drain reduces the opponent's HP by 1% every second. The need to hit accurately with these effects is crucial. Basic rule of hunting: aim for the weak spot. The head is generally a soft target. Start with the vulnerable eyes. The giant spider launches a surprise attack, spewing acid. Shocked, the adventurers realize the monster has a secret weapon. The overwhelming power of the spider forces Jin-Woo to strategize. Realizing speed is crucial, he decides to use the dash skill to close the gap. As he activates the skill, his speed increases by 30%, allowing him to move faster and prepare for a counterattack. Zooming towards the giant spider, an attack is launched, targeting its blind spot in an instant. The debuff of paralysis activates, but the need for critical hits remains. However, the opponent's high resistance level cancels out the debuff, leaving the challenge unresolved. Fatigue level reaches 61 as Jin-Woo pants heavily, determination fueling his need for speed. Pushing himself, he urges to go even faster, a relentless drive for more agility and swiftness. He moves at an incredible speed, impressing an observer who notices his fatigue. Questions arise about his intentions as he charges forward with determination. The giant spider charges with glowing red eyes and sharp teeth, inducing fear. Jin-Woo, flinching with fatigue at level 70, prepares to evade. The powerful spider attacks, causing a loud crash as debris flies from its fierce impact. Eyes wide with realization as the quest completion screen shows 100% for push-ups, squats, and running. Full recovery is an option in the quest rewards, bringing relief. Jin-Woo confidently accepts the reward, triggering a sudden, intense burst of energy. The scene erupts with force, surprising onlookers as a formidable clawed monster reacts with shock at the unexpected turn of events. A close-up of a menacing red eye shifts focus to Jin-Woo launching an attack against a clawed beast with multiple glowing eyes. Intensely focused, Jin-Woo dodges swiftly, closing the gap with acrobatic agility. He strikes with precision, carrying intense energy in his movement as he readies his dagger, aiming with determination. His expression reflects a mix of concentration and grit as he prepares the final blow. Debuff. Paralysis and Drain are activated, decreasing the opponent's HP by 1% each second. The giant multi-eyed creature with glowing red eyes focuses intensely. Suddenly, sharp energy spikes surround and threaten, heightening the tension in the battle. You've defeated the master of the dungeon. 3 level-up notifications pop up. Jin-Woo stands amidst the remains of a giant creature, relieved and thoughtful. He reflects on not accepting the daily quest rewards yet, wondering what could have happened otherwise. A brief sense of relief is visible as he ponders the situation. In disbelief, a character questions if someone really defeated the boss alone, finding it nonsensical. Another, with wide eyes, realizes a truth they suspected. The focus shifts to Jin-Woo discovering 10 essence stones and being labeled a false ranker. A nervous subordinate, sweating profusely, offers to carry the essence stones, addressing Jin-Woo as boss. Thirsty, Jin-Woo is offered water, surprised by being called boss. Discovering tools in the backpack, he is puzzled by a lie about mana stones. While drinking, he ponders saving someone's life. Suddenly, an explosive event occurs, capturing everyone's attention amidst a cloud of smoke. Jin-Woo remains focused, maintaining his composure amid the unfolding chaos. Sung Jin-Woo's status shows him as a level 21 player with a title of Wolf Assassin. His HP is 2600 and MP is 391, with strength at 53. He has agility at 38, perception at 32, stamina and intellect both at 30. There are 3 available points to allocate. The status screen for skills reveals a passive skill at level 1 for willpower and an active skill called Dash also at level 1. Silhouettes walk away from a scene, dust and debris in the air. A muscular character with a stern expression looks on. Nearby, people express shock at survivors, questioning if the boss was defeated. Murmurs spread among a group. One person wonders if the spider was weak or deceptively strong. Skepticism arises about how they could defeat the boss, crediting good gear. A realization hits about previously underestimating a character named Jinho. Doubts about an E rank helping shift to considering special weapons as they decide on the next course of action. Jinho Yu's group discusses their plan to bring someone to their side. They recognize him, noting his flashy equipment and revealing they looked into his background. Myung-Han Yu of Yujin Construction, Jinho's father, is mentioned, and they express a desire to speak with him. They acknowledge Jinho's wealth, expressing surprise at its extent. The condition given is to eliminate Jin-Woo Sung, with Jinho reacting in shock to this unexpected demand. Kill him and become an accomplice, or be killed. A tense standoff with drawn swords, demanding a deadly choice. One character questions if they're afraid of an E-ranker, suggesting secrecy about dungeon events. Jin-Woo stands silently, acknowledging betrayal as natural for the weak. Another character, sweating, calls him boss, echoing gratitude with a drink in his hand, pondering his survival. Footsteps clash with the ground, drawing attention. A man with a stern expression looks on, surprised. A conversation unfolds, questioning alliances and decisions. Talk of not wanting to harm a valuable ally surfaces. A strategy debate ignites, suggesting eliminating a weaker member. Tension rises as a character with a shield and sword stands ready, prompting a decisive plan. Walking with intent, a character asks others if they've ever killed before. Another character, surprised, receives a notification of an urgent quest. The urgent quest displays instructing to defeat present enemies for safety, warning of penalties, leaving one startled and questioning the system's behavior. A character activates a skill with vibrant, explosive energy, causing a shocked reaction from another character. An urgent quest notification appears, instructing to defeat potential threats for safety. A massive explosion rocks the scene with debris flying and characters reacting in alarm. A group struggles with the aftermath, with one person urging another named Jinho to leave, insisting someone is already dead. You murderers. The sound of shattering ice echoes. An urgent quest notification appears, warning of enemies intending harm and the necessity to defeat them for survival. Panic and realization set in as the task grows imminent, eye wide with disbelief. How? The quest's critical nature sinks in, with the stakes as high as life itself. Doubt and confusion swirl with repeated questions of how, an overwhelming sense of disbelief. A realization dawns with acknowledgement of forgetting a key truth. The darkness deepens as the harsh reality emerges, a place governed by unyielding natural law. Against this backdrop, the fallen remains of a monstrous spider lie, overshadowed by the silhouettes of numerous figures, hinting at the lurking danger and unrestrained survivalism. Right, my mind was numb until now. I went back to dungeons, pushing forward relentlessly. Again and again, driven by an unyielding determination, facing endless challenges and foes in pursuit of growth and survival. Encountering life-threatening challenges, a determined character pulls through close calls with death. They grip their resolve, eyes filled with pain and tears. A healer offers solace, apologizing as light envelops the wounded. Healed and renewed, a smile breaks through past grievances. Persistently, they venture into dungeons, acknowledging the error in assuming safety. Urgent quest notification instructs to defeat present enemies for survival, with a dire warning of consequences if not completed. Realization that the system expects murder to ensure safety. Acknowledgement of the threat and pondering if the system benefits from survival. Reflection on the system's intentions, noting it's neither coincidence nor benevolence. Rocks crumble as it's recognized that the system has a motive. The system will use me and I will use the system. It's clear now. It's not about helping me get stronger, it needs a strong Jin-Woo. What? He's alive? You shouldn't have held back. I guess not. I didn't hold back. You're losing your touch. What a joke. He's an E rank. Ready for the consequences of playing with people's lives? What did that bastard say? I'm asking if you hunters are ready to be hunted. I'll take 'em. Dude, you have no idea what's going on here. Eh? A sword slices through a target, drawing shocked expressions from onlookers. Blood splatters and a determined gaze meets the scene. The target lets out a final sound before their lifeless body hits the ground with a thud. Junta is called out, shocking those nearby. Questions arise about the sudden appearance of a dagger. Despite being caught off guard, the focus is on the fact that Junta was a D rank. An individual stands with a dagger, revealing their status as Jin-Woo Sung, a level 21 with the title Wolf Assassin. The realization hits, he's killed a person. I can say I was only following orders, but that changes nothing. If I don't kill them, I will be killed, so I can't back down now. It's survival of the fittest. Sung arrives at a busy construction site, greeted with warmth and inquiries about his well-being. Someone advises him to be cautious, and he acknowledges with a smile. The atmosphere shifts dramatically as a bloodied spear impales a monstrous creature, drawing screams of terror. A young woman and a man crouch in fear, reacting to the chaos unfolding around them. Kawa. The sound of a wall breaking echoes. Voices shout, "Get up and hey!" Two figures discuss the number of dead and injured, concern etched on their faces. A massive object crashes down, sending shockwaves and a rumbling noise, car-ench. A person crouches in fear, covering their ears, letting out a trembling, "Ah!" Xing resonates as a character stands in terror, a look of shock etched on their face. Slash and shk ring out as armored figures launch a swift attack, leaving debris and chaos in their wake. A glimpse of the ongoing battle highlights the intensity and danger surrounding the characters. A man clutches his head in pain, gripping a sword tightly. Another confronts him, demanding to know who brought them there. The accused, holding the sword, is identified as Chiul, triggering a reaction of disbelief and fear. A woman cries out and runs, pushing past the onlookers, the scene filled with tension and urgency. People are startled and someone shouts, "Hey!" A figure trembles and apologizes. Another person rushes forward as someone yells, "No!" In a quick sequence, a body hits the ground with a thud. Eyes widen in shock and terror as the scene unfolds. A silhouette enters through large doors, casting a shadow in a dimly lit space. A person sits with their head in their hands, overwhelmed. Flames burst forth with a loud F-wish, creating a stark contrast against the darkness. The scene is tense and filled with emotional turmoil. A dark figure removes their hood, revealing eyes that glow with intensity. Flames ignite with a sudden burst, casting a fierce light. The figure's determined gaze becomes clearer as the scene pulses with an impending sense of action and tension. A shadowy figure with glowing eyes emerges, wielding daggers, surrounded by a powerful blue aura. Opposite stands an alert individual with a sword and shield, facing the looming threat as a crowd observes cautiously. Concerned murmurs arise, indicating uncertainty about the figure's intentions. Urged to take action, a man prepares to strike with a fiery projectile, determined to confront the mysterious presence head-on. Magic blasts forward, but is met with a defiant command to dispel it. Eyes glowing, the figure demands respect, pushing back fiercely. A powerful magical barrier springs forth, enshrouding the figure in an intricate web of light. The atmosphere tenses as a surprised observer is left speechless, eyes wide with shock. A swift, decisive movement follows, leaving a silhouette poised for combat, wrapped in shadows, ready for the next strike. Dash forward with intensity as cries of, "You bastard!" echo. A swift strike is executed with precision, the sound of the blade cutting through the air. Eyes widen in shock, faces tense with anticipation. A focused figure moving with determination, leaving blurred motion lines in their wake, illustrating the speed and power of the scene. A fierce attack charges forward with explosive speed, leaving the opponent wide-eyed in shock. A swift defensive block is executed, colliding with force. The two combatants lock eyes, reflecting intensity and determination. A rapid sequence shows the opponent evading with astonishing agility. Confusion and frustration set in as disbelief is expressed at the unexpected speed of an E rank. Anguish follows, acknowledging the impossibility of landing a hit. Hunters have to hunt. A shadowy figure with glowing eyes emerges, surrounded by intersecting blue lines of light. The presence is intense and foreboding. Hunters are born to hunt. The figure's determination and essence are emphasized in sharp contrast against the dark backdrop. Debuff, paralysis activated. A panicked individual finds themselves immobilized, shouting, "I can't move." Shock and fear spread among the onlookers as someone exclaims, "Is this magic?" Another voice with frustration shouts out, "Son of a bitch!" Observations about the immense strength being displayed cause minds to race. One onlooker states he seems even stronger than when he fought the dungeon boss. A hooded figure, poised and ready, holds a dagger with an air of confidence. A character is overwhelmed and debuff drain is activated. Another character is hit with debuff paralysis, clearly struggling to react. A scream echoes as a third person demands to know, "Who the hell are you?" while also affected by paralysis. Shank, a blade strikes, continuing the intense encounter. "How did you kill my men, just like that?" A figure in disbelief questions the mysterious capabilities of their opponent, witnessing the aftermath of a powerful defeat. "You hid your true abilities. Did you kill the dungeon boss too?" The tension rises as another adversary acknowledges the unexpected strength displayed. The lone figure stands with a dagger, remaining composed amidst fallen enemies. "I can't believe what you just did. But I'll show you C ranks aren't all the same." Determined to face the challenge, an opponent steps forward, ready to prove their own strength. Reinforcement is activated and one character confidently declares their defenses cannot be breached by a mere dagger. He believes his power and reinforcement skill will hold strong. Another character, assumed to be a dealer with an agility buff, stands ready for action. Despite previous battles, the tension rises as expectations are set for Jin-Woo Sung's downfall. "You're strong, Dong-suk, but there's just one thing, I continuously level up. Cough, cough!" A man is thrown to the ground, bewildered, questioning what happened. Surprise turns to accusation as another realizes their opponent is not an E rank, but a false ranker. Pleading for mercy, the fallen man offers payment, mana stones, and essence in exchange for his life. A menacing figure, silhouetted by darkness, questions why he should spare someone who tried to kill him 3 times. Panic and desperation fill the air, as the plea to stop is met with a promise that he will not get away with it. What happens in a dungeon stays in a dungeon. A chilling realization matters little to the man furiously yelling, "You bastard!" His anger is palpable, eyes wide with shock and rage. Shudder. Fear is unmistakable in his gaze. Before he can finish, "Do you have any idea who my younger bruth?" A swift movement is captured. A blade swings with precise intent, cutting off the threat. A head falls to the ground as blood splurts out. A figure, wielding a dagger, delivers a swift and precise attack. Observing the scene, a character reflects on the consistency of the situation and expresses the need for a change in size. Nearby, another person succumbs to shock or fear, doubling over as they vomit. Twitching and visibly affected, their physical reactions contrast sharply with the composed demeanor of the observing figure. Jin-Woo stands silently, contemplating his next move. The quest completion notification appears, offering the option to accept or decline rewards for defeating the enemies. The sound of the dungeon rumbling fills the air. A companion announces that the boss is dead, signaling the gate is closing. Urgency takes over as they realize they have to leave quickly. Washington, D.C., a new day begins. A man greets the morning, curious about the time in Korea. He questions if he was dreaming and feels confused as he finds himself crying while looking out the window. Quest rewards are presented. Full recovery, 10 ability points, and the skill, Murderous Intent. The character chooses whether to accept or decline these rewards. The status screen details the Murderous Intent skill, which requires 100 mana and can cause extreme panic, debuffing targets by reducing all abilities by 50%. Manager Woo is at the office, and one of his team members glances over with important information. The colleague hands him a document highlighting a recent incident where 8 hunters were killed during a C-rank dungeon raid. Surprisingly, the only survivors were a D-rank and an E-rank hunter, sparking curiosity and concern. Manager Woo discusses the recent dungeon raid incident where hunters were killed. Jin-Ho, the D-rank hunter with expensive gear, supposedly cleared the dungeon with ease. The boss, a giant arachnid, shouldn't have threatened experienced squads, yet 8 were killed. Suspicion arises, urging a closer investigation. 2 survivors emerged, including Jin-Woo Sung, linked to the mysterious double dungeon incident. It's a bit suspicious, but don't worry. The manometer used to verify the rank was made from a top-quality essence stone taken from an A-rank magic beast. Reawakenings are rare, so don't stress it. It's done. I don't think it's a coincidence. One of the dead men is Dong-Suk Hwang. Hwang? Hunter Dong-Soo Hwang's older brother? That does change the situation. Well, a man returns home with fried chicken, prompting curiosity about the gesture. His companion wonders if something good has happened, while the man suggests it might be good or bad. She finds the act unexpected from someone typically frugal. As he tries to drink and mentions wishing to get drunk, the system informs him that detoxing has been activated, neutralizing the alcohol and completing the detox process. The protagonist reflects on receiving a reward after surviving a double dungeon and realizes that the system provided him with regeneration of his severed leg. He contemplates the benefits of a secret quest blessing that grants immunity to all diseases and poisons, healing injuries rapidly. A friend asks if they can eat the leftovers, teasing about gaining weight. Despite doubts about the protagonist's abilities, the friend acknowledges he looks good, reminiscing about his previous demeanor. Did something else happen in another dungeon? Don't think about it. A harmful substance has been detected. 3-2-1. Detoxing is complete. Poison is cured instantly, but this debuff? Damaged muscles from item. Kasaka's venom gland has been negated. Strength, agility, and other stats are affected, with physical damage reduced by 20%. That was too easy. Phone call interrupts the morning, inquiring about Jin-Ho. At Cafe Penne, a man enthusiastically waves over his boss, who arrives and asks how his number was obtained. The association provided it. Despite declining a coffee offer, they exchange words. The man expresses surprise at seeing the boss again, grateful for having his life saved. Jin-Woo reveals he made a lot of money from the essence stones, totaling 180 million won after taxes. He is unapologetic about staying silent, asserting they're even now. His companion argues the others tried to kill Jin-Woo first, who maintains that it was just a fight among hunters, not something to dwell on. Despite the serious tone, the companion internally grapples with the idea of Jin-Woo being a false ranker and even a serial killer, questioning his own involvement with someone like Jin-Woo. Why did you want to see me? A firm posture across the table. Boss, I'm forming a strike squad. No thanks. You want me to join your squad? B-boss, I'm not playing hunter with you. I'm out. I get it, without finishing a sentence. 20 times, the man exclaims, only to be corrected. It's 19 more. 19 dungeons are proposed, and he agrees to pay well. The other questions whether the lesson of hunters killing hunters was learned. Despite acknowledging the brutality of the job, he is still keen on forming a squad. A revelation emerges. His ambition to become a guildmaster, confidently affirmed with a "Yes, boss!" Please at least hear me out, boss. You're right, I want a guildmaster's license. It isn't hard for a hunter to acquire one. They just have to do at least 20 raids. I've done 1, so that leaves only 19 more. I have to pass a test too, but I'm smart. If I weren't, I couldn't inherit the company. Dungeons are dangerous but filled with treasure, including essence and mana stones. Mega corporations seek these resources, using the remains of magic beasts as ingredients. Company-registered hunters raid dungeons, generating profit, creating a self-sufficient system. Discussing Yujin construction, it's revealed that the father plans to form a guild, tying the idea back to the company's interests. The conversation reveals a father's plan to run a guild with an S-rank hunter as the guild master and his older brother as vice president. A conflict is anticipated between the brothers due to ranking. There's speculation about the limited number of S-ranks in Korea and whether one Byung-gu-min has retired. The older brother has a good reputation but can't be guild master due to not being an awakened being. Despite being young and low-ranked, a character expresses a desire to change his father's mind and promises not to reveal the other's hidden abilities. A man argues the need for a strike squad to maintain credibility with an E-rank hunter, despite rumors of higher-ranking abilities. He notes the feat of defeating a C-rank boss and C-rank hunters. Trusting the hunter, he questions the potential danger of hiring lesser talent. Reflecting on his past rescue from threats, he contemplates what's in it for him, while another prepares documents, prompting curiosity. A man walks through a serene park, his path lined with lush greenery and a friendly white dog following. A conversation begins, acknowledging the man's progress and the need for activity given a sedentary routine. A challenge is issued to keep up. This is emphasized by a close-up of running shoes, underlining the invitation to join in a jog. Jin-Woo asks Jinna about her plans with 30 billion won. She considers saving and moving but remains unsure. They dismiss the amount as unrealistic. As Jin-Woo runs ahead, Jinna calls out, struggling to keep up, while he ponders the possibility of such wealth. This will be our office building, appraised at over 30 billion won. A whole building for 19 C-rank raids, and it's worth it if you can be a guild master. What should I do? 30 billion won should be an easy decision, but I've come to realize I'm unique even among reawakened beings. I'm the only hunter who can upgrade their abilities. I could reach S-rank or even higher if I continue to do quests and level up. If 30 billion won becomes insignificant, there's one condition. Only you and I go in. Confusion arises about clearing C-rank dungeons alone, typically requiring 10 members. The plan is to get others to line up for payment without conflict, following a strategy from Dong-suk's playbook. Wouldn't that be too dangerous, boss? You're reassured, emphasizing that as long as neither gets hurt, it's safe. The idea is to become known as the accident-free squad, with 19 raids without injuries, which could help persuade a father. There's determination to recruit members. A notification indicates the completion of daily strength training. Realizing the task was overdone, reflecting on getting lost in thought, Jin-Woo looks around, wondering where Jinna is while standing in a park. He notices that his workout quest keeps counting beyond the set goals. Curious about his limits, he wonders if he should keep pushing until reaching the maximum output. 20 minutes later, he completes his exercises, showing double the required push-ups, sit-ups, and squats, with his running distance slightly over the target. Reflecting on the progress, he questions if his running will also max out, knowing it won't go beyond 200. Jinna finally catches up, out of breath, while Jin-Woo considers attempting 20 kilometers instead of 200. She calls out to him, and he runs off again, leaving her surprised. Washington, D.C., buildings under a moonlit sky. In an office, a man named Mr. Huang requests information about 2 survivors to be faxed. A woman, Laura, asks if something is wrong. Mr. Huang, in a robe, confirms and invites her question. Laura hesitates, then inquires what would happen if she killed someone in Korea. Mr. Huang, surprised, asks if she's serious. Korea and the U.S. have no extradition treaty for hunter-related crimes, meaning you'd be tried in the U.S. with a possibility of negotiating a lighter sentence due to citizenship. A man clenches his fist, determined to confront those responsible for his brother's death, revealed to be Dong-Soo Hwang, an S-rank hunter. 8 squad members are dead, but a D-rank and an E-rank survived, both temps. His brother wouldn't risk his life for his squad, suggesting the survivors tricked and killed him. Contemplating his brother's warnings, Dong-Soo decides to go to Korea and orders his schedule cleared, despite the guild's potential standstill. Mr. Hwang stands in a robe, holding documents, asking about his schedule. Informed that it's full for the next 2 months, he realizes he can't attend a funeral. Requesting his schedule cleared afterward, he is asked if he'll be all right, assuring he will be. With determination, he expresses hope that the 2 survivors are still alive, as he tears a document in his hand. Jin-Ho-Yu, a D-rank hunter, and Jin-Woo Sung, an E-rank hunter, have their profiles examined. Under the moonlit sky, Jin-Woo stands atop a building, exuding determination as he grips a dagger. His footsteps echo as he strides forward, ready for the challenge ahead. A daily quest becomes a hidden quest because double the reps were completed. A key for a dungeon is acquired, leading to the decision to enter, since the difficulty level is high. A realization occurs that overdoing daily quests might trigger hidden quests, and selecting a reward from a mystery box is a one-time event. Jin-Woo strides forward confidently, enveloped in a fiery aura. His determined expression reflects the intensity of the situation. Energy crackles around him, signifying a surge in power as he prepares to face the challenges ahead. If the acquisition difficulty level matches the difficulty level of a dungeon, this dungeon is an S rank. There's no way I'll survive. It's unclear whether there's a correlation between the rarity of a key and the difficulty level of a dungeon. I don't think they can be completely unrelated. The instance dungeon I accessed with an E-rank key was as easy as an E-rank dungeon. If I'm in danger, I can use the teleportation stone I got from the last instance dungeon. All I can do now is my best. From now on, it's only me and Jin-Ho clearing C-rank dungeons. In order to do that, I need to know what I'm capable of. Hell's Gatekeeper Cerberus stands ominously confronting Jin-Woo Sung, who focuses on courage, refusing to give in to fear. Jin-Woo Sung stands determined, declaring he won't die here. Text urges getting stronger and leveling up. Scene concludes with promise to continue in Volume 3.